Hello, I'm known from nowhere. We're still setting up. I really do need to get up before the stream starts. Or like an end card or I need like something, you know? Give me a moment. We are starting. Boop. There we go. All right. So, man, what a morning I've had, you know? I've had quite the adventure this morning. Also, Shauna, hello. I've had adventures, all right, and I didn't even have to leave my bed to have them. Didn't even need to leave them. I have had a super strange morning. Like, it is weird. You know when you have a dream and it's like, yo, that was weird even for me. I had one of those dreams and it was weird for me. Like, I'm not sure if you guys ever experienced the terror of like being like 12 and watching a horror movie and then being messed up for the next 2 weeks because that movie messed with your mind hard. But bro, I woke up and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, that dream was straight mess up. Like, I'm talking like peak Paranormal Activity when that movie came out. Nobody was sleeping with the lights off. Nobody was sleeping with the lights off. Absolutely zero people. That's how weird it was. It was so strange. Also, I updated the funny noises on Twitch finally. I know, I finally got around to it. There's a bunch of other stuff I gotta get around, like making a fun title for like Discord Nitro, because apparently some people are like, you should get a thing for that. I'm like, no one's gonna put money in my Discord server. There was like not even 100 people. And then also just like waking up and being like, dang, I have like, we're approaching 1,000 videos on the channel. And it's one of those things where I'm like, holy crap, like I've made almost 1,000 videos. And it's like, yup. And I'm like, let me compare it to some other people. And there was like this one other person. It's just like, oh man, like they're at like 800K subs on YouTube. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. How many videos do they have? And it's like, yo, they have like 800. I'm like, oh. I'm like, well, goes to show you, consistency does not mean anything. Anyways, we on our sketch layer. I'm gonna tell you about the dream, but like I gotta like just like get started with the doodling before I get to chatting. So we gotta figure out what we doodling today. Also, I was psychologically tortured today in my sleep. I will wait. I well to my death, and just before I died, or fell, I got teleported back up. Oh my god, that's crazy. I love those dreams though. I had those dreams so much, so I fell in love with them. So my brain's like, we can't give them to them anymore. He started enjoying them. I had to get creative to torture myself in my sleep, which I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing. The fell. The entire night. The whole night. All right, what are we doing? All right, we gotta like get stuff move-ins. What are we doodling today? We like get doodling on something that's like, I don't know, like the end card or something. But I feel like that's the borings. I don't want to go back to detect difficulty yet. I'm not vibing with that. Is this one of those streams where I'm like, yo, I'm just kind of gonna go. We're just gonna kind of figure it out as we go. So what if we just start with a circle? You know, that's a really bad circle. That is horrendous. Look at our skinny head. That is a skinny head right there. Holy crap. That is like Pixar villain skinny. Like, wait, let me just like finish it real quick. So you were just like, dang, that is a head that is like non-existent. You know, we get that. Yeah, that's jank. We wiping that. We don't need that. No, I looked over and I just have like Netflix on going like nonstop, and it's one of those zesty scenes, and I'm like, I don't know what this even is. Why are you giving me the zesty scenes this morning, Netflix? I don't need the zesty. Like, we're only 5 minutes in. We need no zest. Also, if you're wondering why, honestly, I don't want to say I started late. Like, obviously, I'm starting early lately. But, like, to me, I'm like, I've been awake and I've been in constant, just like, choice paralysis yet again. And you were like, what's choice paralysis? It's when you have, like, a kajillion billion things you want to do, but you can't pick one. I'm starting with the head, and then we're just gonna go from there. You know, it could be me, it could be something else. I don't know. We're gonna figure it out though. Hmm. Hmm. We've been doing more like sketch streams versus like full on art. Where I just kind of work with like 1 or 2 layers versus working with like 17 different layers. Hello, Roix. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Get neck. Hmm. Where I want to put this neck? Yeah, I want to put the neck like that. Honestly, I want this head to just be like absolutely just twisted. What if I just did the body backwards? I'm just like, yep, here's the behind shot. Just crawling all the walls like full on exorcist. Oh my god. My brain is fried this morning. Like, I am so horror court coded today. It's not even funny. Like, my brain's just like, we are on the just Halloween mode right now. Like, I can't describe it besides we on Halloween mode. What if we just, like, start with a wonderful winning smile? Yeah, we either going, like, front, so that would be, like, front, or we got a hood in the back that riding up. This is hard. Honestly, I don't know how I want to do it. We could do it both ways, or we could do it one way. This is difficult. I'm having to make choices, and I'm not about it. Like, literally, I don't want to make choices today. Like, I do not want to make a single choice. Like, I literally just want to like go into a game and be like, okay, this is the game, and the game just like drags me along, and I'm just being railroaded like you wouldn't believe. 100%. Like, I'm having one of those days. I don't want to make choices. I don't want free will. I just want to wake up. I want to stream for 12 hours, and I want to just go to sleep. Whether or not I'm going to be able to do that today, I don't know. But I know one thing. Every time I do a Mario game, it messes me up in the sense of, dang, how am I going to top Mario tomorrow? And it's one of those mentalities where I'm like, bro, you can't be constantly trying to one up yourself every day. There's gonna be down, and it's just like, I don't want to go down. It's like, we actually got people that subscribed yesterday, and it's crazy. I know, right? Like, just being happy that people subscribed is just absolutely nuts. What if I just did like normal human teeth, you know? Just the lines. Hmm. No, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Undo that. Get rid of that. That's lame. Also, I have that sometimes it's so like annoying because I just want to do something and I just don't know which thing I want to do. Yes, yes, that's exactly what it is. It's like I need to get productive and I need to get started. And it's like, dang it, I'm like, I just need to get my hands moving. Like if I could just get my hands moving and my body just like walking around the room or some junk like that, I'm like, it could be I could be so productive today. And it's just like, nope, you can't be productive today. It ain't happening. Undo that. I made that hood too high. Hood too high, hood too high. Make that lower, make that lower. Lower, 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 lower. Oh, that's right. I turned on Supernatural again. Yeah, if you know, sometimes I like to have the show Supernatural play in the background. And I got the early seasons to where they have Alistair, which is great. I love Alistair. And I don't mean Has Been Hotel Alistair. I mean Supernatural Alistair. To be fair, I don't think I've ever seen an Alistair in any work of fictions to where I'm like, wow, did I just say fictions? Fiction that I've hated. Honestly, like Alistair and Harry Potter, amazing. There's a few other, but I can't think of. But there's a lot of them. But there's different spellings, like there's E's, and so it's Alistair, or but definitely this morning, like I'm gonna start talking about my super weird dream now. You guys ready for super weird dream? So basically, in my super duper weird dream, I was just like walking around. I was outside for once. I got to go outside yesterday. That was kind of huge. I got to see the sky. I told some people that and they're like, your life is so sad. And it's just like, yeah, I know. Because I'm just stuck in my room. But anyways, I got to see the sky yesterday. That isn't really important, but like I just wanted to say that and it was pretty cool. And I got a pizza. You know, the pizza I talked about. Man, this has nothing to do with my dreams. I said I was going to talk about my dream, but I'm like, no, I don't want to talk about it. It's too freaking terrifying. Hmm. 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 But what's my calls it's? Yeah, I'm just having a moment where I'm like organizing my thoughts to deliver maximum impact on the Drim. All right, so here's the Drim. All right, so basically, I was in my Drim. I can't remember how exactly it started, but it was pretty like standard stuff. You know, my brain's just kind of just like decompressing, just throwing a bunch of random junk around. Oh yeah, you watch Harry Potter the first time and it's a banger. Yo, I want to talk about that, but like I got to get through this dream talk real quick. And what's it called? It was pretty standard stuff. And then at some point, my brain's like, yo, let's just torment myself. It's like, okay. And so we start off with some like very vanilla torments, you know, like being in public, uncomfortable stuff. And it's like, yo, I'm like, I know this is a dream. I'm like, I never ever do this in my life. And my brain's like, he's figured it out. And that's normally at the point where I'm like, yo, I'm just going to force myself awake. You can't keep me here. And I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, I'm not going to jumpstart my brain. I'm going to look deep inside my brain and I'm going to see who blinks first, me or me. And so my subconscious was like, oh, bet you want to do this? And I'm like, yeah, I want to do this. And so it just became a war between my conscious and subconscious to see it was basically just dream chicken. That's what it was. That's the best way I could describe it. It was lucid dream chicken. And it was my brain constantly trying to scare me. And I'm like, I ain't gonna blink. You ain't gonna get me. So we started with like, you know, generic horror. So it was just like, yo, we went to like a convention or like a group of people. And it was like, yo, let's put him in some cringe clothes. And it was like clothes. It's like I had like a cape, but it was just like a Pokemon print like bed sheet. And I had like a Pokemon body pillow. And I'm like, bro, I've been playing too much Pokemon. Is this the best we got? My brain's like, nuh-uh, we can do better. We can do much better. And so, like, the Pokemon stuff went on for, like, a little bit, you know? It was like, and then I had to walk around and talk to, like, random people, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, this is weak me. You can do better, right? And my brain's like, oh, you want better? We can do better. And so my brain kicked it up a gear, and so it put us in a car, and I'm like, okay. I'm like, we got some of the parts wrong in the car. Like, this isn't how a trunk of a car looks because it jammed me in the trunk. But it was like one of those crossover like SUVs. So it's like the trunk's really just part of the rest of the car. So I could see the driver's seat. And it was essentially it also put me in the driving wheel. My bad. I got distracted with the doodle. I was like, where am I putting this junk that I'm doodling at the moment? But so I put myself in the trunk and at the driver's position, but the conscious me was in the trunk. And so basically there was just an NPC version of me that I was just screaming at. I'm like, yo, I'm like, take the wheel, steer the car, drive it right, because we are going like 120 down the road. And the me in the front's like, yo, there's no wheel. I'm like, it's our dream. All right, just look around, manifest a wheel, reach down. You're probably gonna pull one out like some sort of stupid cartoon. It's like, all right, wait. I found the wheel, popped it in, and then we started driving. And I'm like, that's all you got, dream? I'm like, this is kind of weak. I'm like, I'm just hanging out in the car. I'm like, I would have done this in real life. My brain was like, all right. You think that's scary? All right, we're gonna crank it up a little bit. So it's gonna put you on the side of a mountain. No railing, all rocks and stones, all right? No paved road, all right? In dead of the night, only headlights, and we're just moving through, and I'm just, like, bouncing all over the trunk or, like, the back of this car, and the me in front of me is just freaking out. And so I'm like, yo, don't freak out. I'm like, that's what my brain wants, all right? You can't freak out, because if you start freaking out, it's gonna freak me out. And the me in the front's like, you know what? You're right. I'm like, we gotta be chill. We gotta be so chill. And then my subconscious is like, yo, he ain't freaking out. It's like, we have him going 120, bouncing around in this trunk in the back of this car, and neither of him is freaking out. And this is all the stressful scenarios we can really think of that would affect him. And my brain's like, we already have him high up, going too fast, not buckled in. This is like all the nightmares, by the way. Not all the nightmares, but like IRL stuff. And it's like, it already knows I'm a dream, so, or I'm asleep. So my brain's like, yo, we can't just like toss people at them and say mean things to him. That just happens on the daily. So that's not going to phase him. And they're like, we know what we're going to do. And my brain This is when it flipped the paranormal activity switch, and it was like, yo, we are going to mess him up. We are going to absolutely destroy no one's brain right now. This is when the CPU go crazy. Like, this is when the computer fans whirl, and it sounds like a jet engine in my head. I'm hyping it up, by the way. So it takes me off the mountain. We still in the car. And then I'm not sure if you ever played Choo Choo Charles, but it's like, yo, it tossed me there. I'm like, bro, I'm like, you tossed me on a train island. I like trains. Are we even trying anymore? My brain's like, hold up. And then it put the train in front of us, just coming at us down the track. I'm like, all right, this is kind of stressful, but you know what? That's a train. I'm like, we beat this game. This is easy. I can handle this. And then my brain was like, this is when it gets really weird. It started making a bunch of my heads, but they weren't my heads. They're all just like deformed, and they were coming out of the car. Like the material of the car was just like changing into like skulls, and then there was just like flesh coming over, and it was just making my heads, and my eyes were glowing red, like full on demonic activity. Hands reaching up, grabbing me, and I'm like, I ain't scared. I'm like, I know this is a dream. You ain't gonna freak me out. And then my heads all started speaking in like tongues and all that stuff. And I'm like, I speak in tongues on the daily. All right. I barely even know the English language. I'm like, I don't care. I don't care. But deep down, my brain knew, because it's also me, that I was freaking out a little bit. And then it just started making all these like pentagrams and demonic symbols. And then the trains coming down the track. And then we're still going like 120, and the car's bouncing all over the place. And all the heads are looking at me, all slowly coming closer, and I'm like, okay. And because I had an earbud in, the show like jotted me awake because something happened in the show, and it distracted me for like a split second, and it woke me up, and I'm like, oh my god. I'm like, that was the most messed up dream I've ever had, because I continuously just pushed my subconscious to just continuously just make stuff to freak me out, and it was weird. Lincoln, hello. How was your day? I'm talking about how I traumatized myself today in my dreams because I challenged my brain in my sleep in a lucid dream, and it didn't work out the way I wanted it to, like, at all. And we just kind of doodling. And we're doing Luigi's Mansion. Like, I psychologically tormented myself in my dream, and it was weird. It was so like weird. Like, it was paranormal activity weird. Wow, your stream is so amazing. Thank you, Lincoln. I really appreciate it. I really do. That was also in my dream, to where I was also to myself. A lot of my dreams is just me talking to myself. It's like, yo, are we this way? And it's like, nah, bro. We good. But it's a lot of my streams too. I think that's just because I stream for so long, and I tend to talk to myself for so long, to where my brain's just now coded to have full-on conversations with myself like a crazy person. You're gonna see great results soon. Thank you, Lincoln. I hope it's soon. It's been 2 years. I like when new people come by, and it's just like, and I do get the occasional, like, the guy that's like, yo, they're hyping me up, and like, yo, keep going, guy. You're gonna do great. It's gonna be amazing. The world's gonna turn around for you. And I'm like, yo, this is good, positive energies. I'm all about this. All about that manifestation. You ever hear about manifestation? It's basically the mentality of, like, you just keep thinking to yourself and trying to have the most positive outlook on life that you possibly can, and that eventually it's like it'll manifest itself, like whether it be like a job or like a relationship or like something. That's the idea, basically, to where it's like you're working towards it, but you're also keeping a positive attitude till it eventually happens. Yo, it's been 2 years of streams that you harvested. I will say I haven't been streaming the full 2 years, but like the first 6 months were definitely videos, because I'm like, yo, I gotta start off small. You don't just jump straight into streaming. You got to start off with videos. You got to figure out some of the fun stuffs. And then you get it. Also, I just see the comment, I'm a crime to humanity. That is crazy. Nothing really. I just started doing it for me. It wasn't like I was like, yo, I'm going to start streaming and make that FU money, the type of money to where it's like you don't care what's going to happen because you just have so much freaking money. I'm like, yo, I don't want to do that for the money. I'm like, yo, we're going to do it for the joys of doing it. We're going to do it for the joys of bringing joy to other people because we're freaking nuts. And somebody else out there is probably having a bad day. And it's just like, at least I'm not this guy, you know? Or it's like, yo, this guy's like quite literally insane. I don't like this doodle. This doodle, it's like getting really jacked up. It's all stretched and contorted in the wrong ways on the head. So I think we're just going to redo the head, maybe. Yeah, I want to redo the head. We're just going to like wipe the top of the skull. Mainly the top of the skull, I'm not a fan of. I kind of like that more. Kind of weird, isn't it? But yeah, it was mainly just for like simple joys of doing it, and also for me just to like scream into the void of the internet. Because therapy is expensive. You're supposed to hit affiliate this while. Or have you? I haven't hit affiliate yet. I want to hit affiliate so I can make a bunch of fun emotes for Twitch. I just updated the soundboard today. I added this button. I made it a button for me.
Lizard.
I like that so much. I don't know what movie it's from, but it's just like something that's just been more recent. It's been popping up a lot on my feed. And it's just a lizard in front of an iPad just hitting a button that says lizard. And I'm like, I love this so much. I like it too much, honestly. It's one of those things where it's like, yo, this thing's good, but it's like, it's not that good to where I should be liking it this much, you know? It's like Skibbity Toilet. It's like, this may be overrated, but I really like this for some freaking reason. Not Skibbity Toilet, though. Skibbity Toilet can go flush itself and drop out of existence. Also, what's your next milestone? Like, I think the next milestone is for, like, hitting on Twitch, hitting the affiliates so I can make funny buttons for everybody and make them free. Because I don't want to make anyone pay. And then definitely milestone YouTube-wise is probably just like 700 subs. Haven't even made it to that 4 digits yet. Am I about to get the tips and advice to where it's like consistent stream times, make more shorts, that advice? Because that's like, that's advice that's like, I've watched like every video on how to grow a channel from like here to like 10 years ago on YouTube. Like, there's no like easy way to grow a channel unless you're like an anime, or not an anime person, unless you're a girl and you can just start thirst trapping like crazy. There's no like crazy way to really grow that I know of. Besides, you know, straight up divine intervention. Divine intervention would probably do it too. I'm just gonna erase this head. You know what? I keep working with it and I'm like, I keep on thinking it's gonna work and it ain't gonna work. But I'm ready to hear your advice. I'm open to new advice, you know. But if it's like consistent stream times and like daily uploads, because I've been daily uploads, and quality, and I'm like, I don't think my stuff's like top of the line quality, but I don't think my stuff is like bottom of the barrel quality. Definitely not. I rewatch my stuff and I'm like, I'm mildly entertaining when we in these slow moments and we just kind of doodling and I'm just talking nonstop for 3.5 hours straight until I need water. And you're a bot. Bro, there's like 3 rules. Like, it's literally it. Like, I appreciate the follow, but at the same time, I'm like, bro, there's like 3 rules, and I put them to blow. It's like no self-promoting. There's like no slurs. Like, they're not hard. They're not hard rules. Like, I didn't even bother reading. Like, I saw the link, and I saw like whatever channel it was, and then I looked at your profile, and it was the same channel. I'm like, yeah, no. You know what I hate most about being small streamer? The fact that every time I talk to somebody, it's just so predatory. It's not even funny. Like, the amount of people that are like, oh man, like, in the amount of Twitch bots I get, that are like, yo, you're a small streamer. I know what you want. You need Twitch bots to help you, right? To get your viewership up. Definitely. Twitch bots good. Or it's like, I get the occasional person that's like, I want to collab. And it's like either like a 9-year-old or it's like somebody in their 40s. And it's like, yo, I don't got a personality. So I'm just gonna jack yours. Like, especially when I first started, like, this was probably like a year and a half ago, to where someone's like, yo, can I use your jokes? And it's like, yeah, sure, you can use my jokes, guy. They're jokes. They're meant to be shared. And it was like, I tuned into his stream, and bro, like, made like entire emotes and all this stuff off like one of my jokes. It's like, wow. I'm like, I said you can use my joke. I didn't say you can set my joke to your new personality. It was wild. Genuinely. What's the words I'm looking for? The words I'm looking for are just like, yo, I'm just constantly disappointed in human beings on a daily basis. And that sounds crazy depressing, and that's because it is. And there's a part of me that's like, yo, we should just like end right now. It's like, bro, we can't end stream. We literally just spent 2 hours hyping ourselves up to start streaming and then jumping to Luigi's Mansion. It's like, yeah, but like, the part of me's like, our drawing isn't good, or other stuff isn't good. I'm like, bro, our stuff was never good. I'm like, just keep going. And it's like, good job, me. We're just gonna keep going. We're just gonna stay the course. We're not gonna end because one dude couldn't read rules. Which someone would be like, wow, that's really mean, no one. You can't just call somebody out like that. And it's like, I don't care. Honestly, I'm like, there's literally just like 3 rules. 3. And the bar is literally in hell. Like, genuinely. But, I'm just right now trying to figure out where I want to put my arms. Like, do I want arms up? Or we have arms down? Do we do something weird and just have them torn off and they're just coming from above? I don't know. Maybe. This is just like one of those times where I'm like, I really don't know where to go from here, you know? I started off with a head, and now all I have is the shoulders and a neck. And I've never been at this point when doodling to be like, yo, where do we go from here? You know what I should do? I should go full on just like Doulahan, headless horseman, and then just put like a pumpkin here. I'm thinking pumpkin. I'm not sure about you dudes. Pumpkins could be cool. I like pumpkins. Or something else. I could put something else here. It don't gotta be no one. It could be someone. I can just put Trump's head. The intrusive thoughts. No, it's not even that intrusive, honestly. Thinking about the president. It's crazy that someone's like, yo, you were thinking about the president of America. It's like, yeah. It's like, that's an intrusive thought. It's like, how is thinking about a world leader an intrusive thought? It's like, bro, I thought about the Pope today when I was in church. It's like, bro, why are you thinking about the Pope in church? It's like, because I was in church and he's the Pope. All right. I want to put like nice little ruffles in my little doodad down here. We don't need a lot of ruffles because we don't got like a crazy amount of excess material, but we're gonna go with a little ruffles. You know what I was really tempted to do today was I was really tempted to play a little bit of Elden Ring. But it's one of those things where I'm like, yo, I really don't know how to do a build in Elden Ring. Like, I'm at the point in Elden Ring to where I'm like, yo, I don't want to do Elden Ring and have someone explain to me the entire plot of the game in a wall of text so thick it would make you want to just go and read a book instead. But I also want to just play the game. Like, I like tips, like, when I'm playing a game. But, like, the last few times I played Elden Ring, there's been, like, just one or two people, and it's just, like, them just spamming all the stuff, and it's just, like... And I don't have any background information about the game. It's, like... They're explaining stuff, and it's like, yo, you don't know about this. It's like, you don't know about that. You don't know the names of the locations. It's like, well, you got to go to this named location on the map, and then you can find this crazy thing. And it's like, yo, I don't even know what that is. But I mean, like, these are all just first world problems, you know? Like having too much water to drink, total first world problems. Hmm. What if I just put a mouth here? Like, just big mouth. Big mouth. Hmm. I'm not a fan of Big Mouth. I'm gonna be honest. I put it there thinking I might like it. It's too big. What if we just do like a fun little bomb? But like maybe like cool skull here. Hmm. Cool bomb with skull. Maybe? No? Maybe. Where's my mouse? I lost my mouse. You know what I want to go back to? I want to talk about that Harry Potter. I'm not sure if Shawnee's even still here, but like watching the first Harry Potter movie finally is like so huge. It's one of those things where it's like, it amazes me when people are like, yo, I haven't seen Harry Potter. I'm like, yo, that's like not seeing Star Wars. It's like such a huge IP in my brain to where I'm like, how have you not seen anything about the Harry Potters? And it's just like, yo, I just never seen anything about the Harry Potters. And I'm like, that's wild to me. Absolutely bonkers. Hmm. Why make the head like that? It looks like an alien head. I got distracted. My TV distracted me again. It's so distracting. I should probably mute it, right? Definitely mute the TV. But, whatchamacalls it's Harry Potter. Like, it's one of those things in my brain where I'm like, this is so huge. I don't think there's anyone that hasn't, like, heard anything about Harry Potter in my life. And it's just like, no, it's not true at all. There's a ton of people who have never seen Harry Potter or like had any interest in watching Harry Potter because it's a film based off children's books. And believe it or not, a lot of people are not children in the world. Well, the majority of people in the world are dead bodies, if we're being more accurate, but like, you know what I mean, right? You get what I'm saying? Picking up what I'm putting down. But, whatchamacalls it's I'm just like so enamored by my doodle right now. It's kind of like melting my brain too. These doodle streams are just like kind of just like relaxing for when I just don't got the brain power. And they're not like good doodles, like definitely not. I've already said that, but like back on the Harry Potter topic, I'm always so happy whenever people are like, "Yo, I did Harry Potter for the first time," and I'm like, "That movie was magical. Like that movie just made me feel good." And I'm like, honestly, I'm like, every time I watch Harry Potter, that movie just make me feel good. There's a lot of movies to where it's like, once you get to the end, it's like, wow, the movie's over. It's like, but it was like, I don't think there's not a lot of Harry Potter movies that end, and I'm like, dang. All right. No, it's one of those things where I'm like, I don't want to ban people like right off the bat. Like some people like they skip over the rules a lot, but it's one of those things where I'm like, I'm so used to seeing someone post a link. So I'm like, yeah, I don't want to see a link. Like the moment I see a link, I'm like, I'm not about it at all. But I'm really what's the words I'm looking for? I just really enjoy Harry Potter. And it's one of those things where I'm like, you should try watching the movies. It's like one of those movies that you should at least at one point in your life attempt to watch. You know, like any of the Star Wars or like Lord of the Rings or like, you know, like classics, you know? It's like if you've never seen a Disney movie, it's like, bro, you've never seen a Disney movie? And it's like, yeah, I've never seen a Disney movie in my life. And it's like, you should at least try to watch one Disney movie. You might like it. I'm all for advice, inputs, and tips. I just don't want the advice, inputs, and tips to come in a form of a link or something I have to join or human interaction. I mean, like, I'm all for like human interaction. I love human interaction, but it's one of those things where I'm like, yo, at this point, I'm like, I'd rather just keep going, doing content, talking to myself for 8 hours a day than just, what's the words I'm looking for? Get caught up in some stupid crap and some stupid drama, honest to God. All right. Just gonna add a little bit more like that. Hmm. I always struggle with the hair. Like the hair's one of those things where I'm like, it just bugs me. Like no matter how many times I do it or draw it, it just always irritates me in the sense of I can never get it just the way I want it ever. Goodbye, Lincoln. But gosh, that is weird. Man, you know, I didn't think I'd start the day off with like one of those people that were just like, yo, like follow me, follow me. Like Twitch has things to where I'm like, I never expected people to do that type of thing. You know what I mean? Like YouTube has the people that are like, oh man, like follow me like here at this. It's like, bro, I'm not gonna follow you. But like Twitch is weird because I'm getting a whole lot of like, yo, follow me and I'll follow you back like mentality from like Twitch now. And I'm like, this is weird. This is strange. Like I'm not popular enough to have people be like, follow me and I'll follow you back. You know, they're just like, what's the words I'm looking for? It's like desperation, you know? And I ain't about it. Man, you know, I feel like I'm gonna open up the YouTube side of things, and the number is gonna be one big fat goose egg. Why is my phone on this stupid clip? TikTok never knows what I want until it tells me what I want. Yup, it's just me talking to myself, and I yet again. Losing the train of thought. And another wonderful day. Days like this, like, genuinely make me want to quit. But it's one of those things where I'm like, no one, what are we gonna do if we quit? We don't have any human interaction at all. We're just incredibly sad, stuck in a room. And it's like, that is true. It's like, if we quit right now, we're just gonna go back to being alone in an endless abyss. And it's like, yeah, I know. It's like, would it be nice if we could just quit and then just like live our lives? And it's like, we don't have a life. We're just a weird entity that lives on the internet, talking to weird people that for some reason just want to be incredibly predatory and just like get like weird follows all the time. And it's like the follow me back mentality. I hate it so much. And, you know, just like a bunch of mental breakdowns, you know, just on the daily. Don't you love your daily mental breakdown? Your day don't start till you have at least one mental breakdown or panic attack. And we already started this day off strong with one long... What's the word I'm looking for? The word I'm looking for is psychologically messed up dream. Hmm. I need our eraser. We go in, we erase, 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 erase. You know what video blew up and then it died? The repo bot singing I love, and then it died like as quickly as it started up. Hmm. I think I need to make the head skinnier. Hmm. Hmm. How do I do this? How do I want to do this? All right, so let's get a different color. So let's get a blue. Crank it up. So let's make our head again. I really do want to get these proportions right. All right, so here's our head. We got top. Wait, no. Oop. We got the top part. We got the middle part. Wait, the faces of a face. I gotta look up faces of a face real quick. Art faces of a face. No, I need to get head angles. Okay, that's how that works. Okay. There's so many reference photos for like heads and their angles and how your neck moves and how your face and all that other junk looks. It's crazy. Like, it's absolutely nuts. Where do I go? Okay, so go there, go there, go here. I need a bathroom. Definitely. Yeah, we're just gonna BRB real quick. We'll be back in like 8 minutes, I think. 8 minutes, good. 8 minutes seems like a fair amount of time to go and use the bathroom. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. Hmm. All right. So let me pop open my soda can. Let me screw my head back on. Get the marbles back in. Figure out what we are doing. Whether it's just me, myself, and I, or you're there, or I'm not there, or... Oh... You ever have one of those days to where it's just like a really hard day, and this is going to be one of those days to where it's going to be a really hard day? Because it do be. It's gonna be. Or I just go take like a 20-hour power, like, depression nap. But those aren't good for you. Hmm. I also need to turn off the doodads there. Those fellows have been turned off. Oh. Save. What would we just call this BRB? BRB. BR. We'll just call it BR. Hmm. Alright, we undo that. We go back to black. Hmm. Alright, this piece of hair goes like that. That goes up. That goes out. Like that. Ugh. Hmm. Go there. Go here. Get this. Darken that up. You ever think to yourself, it's like, man, when all those people made all those, like, super motivational, like, posters, and it's like, oh, man, never give up on your dreams. It's like, bro, this is so hopeless, like, genuinely. And it's one of those attitudes where I'm like, no, and you can't think like that. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. It's like, no, it's over. It's over. It's so over. The American dream's dead. Your dreams are dead. My dreams psychologically torment me. And you lost your mind like 500 streams ago. And it's like, not true, but like, we keep going. Hmm. Oh. We're just gonna do our eyes real quick, making the eyes. The eyes need to be like done correctly. Oh. These are the noises I make when I'm trying not to absolutely flip my lid. Keeping a cap on all the screams. All the screams. So many screams. Hmm. How do I want to do this? How do I want to do this? Abby, hello! I'm having one of those tough mornings this morning. Everything's always tough though after doing a Mario game. Like genuinely, unironically, like everything do be a little bit more challenging. Give me some red. I feel like just coloring this in a little bit. Like really crappy. Like we're just going outside the lines. Whoops. Some red, getting some red, getting a little bit of red. But I already got like a dude trying to recruit me to his cult or like streamer advice or whatever. I had absolute nightmares. I had you know, dreams that'll never come true, just like really depressing thoughts. You get those days to where it's like, dang, I'm like the depression be kicking on hard today. And I don't mean like, oh man, like I'm bummed out, I can't watch my favorite show today, or like work depression. I mean like full on like clinical depression, like I should be on some pills depression. I'm gonna just do that for the eyeballs. I enjoy that. All right, do that, go back to black. Make that a little bit brighter. Make that brighter. Oh, right. I like how it's already like 8:20 and I'm just like, yeah, time to go back to bed. Depression nap. Depression nap time. But it's like another part of my brain's like, what about Luigi's Mansion? Wait, let me do the voice.
But you said Luigi's Mansion in the title. It's there. We gotta do it. Wait, I want to drink my D-Pep. Luigi's Mansion. It's like, oh, you're right. I know the voice is still on. I gotta turn it off.
But there's a part of me today, it's like, yo, we can only take so much heartbreak in like a single day. And we're already like reaching the limit. Which is wild. I feel like I'm on like one of those motivational posters right now to it's like, oh man, never give up on your dreams. You can achieve anything. And it's like, really? Because I put in a lot of time and effort into this and it's like, really? It's like, yeah. Did you achieve anything? No, not really. Then you failed. And that's when I start crying. Oh, I mean, like I will say, my art is coming along. It's doing nicer, you know, on the positive side of things. You know, we've been working at this. It's looking nicer. Proportions are coming through to make things look nice, which I'm all about. You know, we got Iron Maiden pumping in our ears, telling about all the monsters that live in the dark. Yeah, I'm all about the free doodle request. Like 100%. Like I like that. I haven't done any of those. Like that ain't off the table at all. I'm all about that input 100%. I mean, like obviously, like I know my stuff isn't perfect. It's not like well proportioned. This is just like kind of fun. Like we just kind of like freehanding right now. I'm just kind of having fun, just kind of like messing with some line weight at the moment, but like, yo, let your heart desire be out. Like, even if you're gonna tell me it's like, yo, draw a pregnant Pikachu, I'm gonna be like, you know, I'm gonna judge you a little bit for that, but it's like, you know what, it's totally in the realm of my expectations. So I don't think there's any words you could use besides slurs that could surprise me at all, Elijah. Like the bar's in hell. Like you can't you can't lower the bar any more than it already is. Oh, whoops. Oh. I can get a thinner line. Hold up. Hold up. I don't know why I was at 4. You know what's crazy? I'm not sure if you guys seen it. But there are ads and like gameplay trailers now for like Pokemon ZA. And it's crazy because I'm gonna be honest, like it doesn't look the worst, but it's like, yo, this Pokemon ZA crap, I'm like, it don't look the best. Like I gotta wait till the game comes out to like give any like really harsh like criticism of it, but it's like, yo, Mega Dragonite looks stupid. And what else? Yo, can you draw Pokemon Baneri wearing Doomslayer armor costume? Oh my god, that is... Wait, Doomslayer armor. That would be absolutely insane. Like, I could try. I can't give you any promises of it looking, like, amazing, but we could try. 100%. Like, we can give it the good old try. You know, when you said Doomslayer armor, I thought, like, Doctor Doom for a second. It's like, yo, you want Baneri and Doctor Doom mashed together? But I was like, no, 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 you want the Doomslayer. You want the guy taking out literally the entire population of hell on Mars. Alright, I pick which iteration of Doom I want now, so I think I'm gonna go with the iteration of, like, the earlier Doom games. Not, like, the 8-bit ones, but, like, you know, like Doom Eternal, where it's got, like, that yellow patch over the 6-packs. And then we'll have the exposed upper arm, and then we'll have the gauntlets, along with the shoulder pads. I don't think I'm going to give it the, whatchamacallits, the buzzsaw shield, because that's new, and that feels like a headache, and I don't want to overclock my brain and, like, get too many elements in there before we even gotten started. Bro, this is going to be diabolical. Alright, so we're either going to do this quick, or we're going to do this slow. There ain't going to be any in between. This is either going to be an in and out 20-minute adventure, or this is going to be a full saga. No in between. All right, we blur that out so we're not looking square at the frickin' sun. We'll get the chat box back up. The biggest thing is really getting the reference photos are like so absolutely huge. I feel like I'm gonna start, and then it's just like the person that asked for it's just gonna like dip, and then it's gonna be like they're gonna come back like 20 minutes later, or like not at all. There's gonna be like, haha, I made you do a doodle, and what's it called? Now I don't even gotta like do anything or whatever it is. Alright. Pokemon Baneri. I like that it's Baneri and not like the absolute monster that is the evolution. Because I thought you wanted the evolution Lapani, but I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, I had to double check that honestly. That you wanted Baneri. Yep, Pokemon Baneri while wearing Doomslayer armor costume. So first things first, we either figure out posing with the Baneri. We get it like, we can really just like streamline this. We can literally just get like a random PNG of Baneri, and then we could just work the Doomslayer armor over the Baneri. But I'm like, I feel like that's kind of like a cop-out of like the doodle. You know, like tracing. And I don't really improve that much if I do it like that. All right, so let's see. This is the photo I want. I'm getting my reference photos right now. If you're like, no one, you're not doing anything. Get to it. Come on, hop to it. There's so many cute poses for Baneri, and there's so many Aura Farm poses for Doomslayer. It's insane. Hmm. All right. We're going to call that our sketch layer. So we're going to get to it. So first things first, we just got to get Baneri in there. So, I ain't a fan of that circle. Off to a bad start. Where on the page do I want this to be? Our sketch layer, so it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be bad because everything starts off kind of bad, and then we work at it till it gets better. All right, so Baneri's got like one ear coiled up on one side. I gotta get the coil right. It's kind of huge. Baneri's got a really weird shaped face. I want to make it bigger. Funny mouth. Eyeball. Eyeball. The nose is a little high on the face, so I don't know why it's so high on the face, but it's high on the face. That go down, but that don't go down that much, so we want the nose over here. I think, no. We want the nose more over. The face is the problem. We make that go down lower, make that larger. We just kind of work light. Man, I really wish I could have the reference photos up and Twitch up, but I really can't. The Predator suit. Wait, you want the Predator suit and not the Doomslayer? Oh my god, that's insane. Um, wait. Alright, Doomslayer, Predator. I think I'm gonna continue with the Doomslayer because I'm like, in my brain, I've already like started the Doomslayer thing. And it's one of those things where it's like, I don't know how to like, how would I do this? I feel like it would end up looking more like Predator, and then I just give it bunny feet. Like, that'd literally be it. Because the Predator's armor is so, I don't want to say different, but it's built so much. Like, in my mind, I'm like, you know when you're sticking together Lego pieces and it's like, oh, this makes sense. This piece go here, this go here, this go here. And I'm like, in my brain, I'm like, yo, Lapunny, and then like freaking Predator. I'm like, I can't put those two together, like, in my head. It's messing with me. It's gonna be so bad. Like, I don't have much confidence in this. All right, we got funny little eyebrows on Lapunny, so she got the little dots. Pull that eyeball back. Hmm. I'm getting the lines right. I just gotta get the proportions right. Like, this head's too far forward again. All right, we're gonna wipe this. Oh. Hmm. Mm-hmm. I keep on, like, opening up the chats, and I'm like, man, I wonder if there's something new. Yo, I love the Dark Age suit, Godzilla. Also, hello, Godzilla, and welcome. But I think we're going with Eternal suit for Doomslayer. Um, okay, so I either lock in and I don't read chat for the next, like, 15 minutes to really just, like, get this done. Or I keep it open and I kind of, like, hem and haw. I really can't, like... Is there, like, an easy way to do this? Copy image. Go here. Layer. No, there's no easy way of doing this. Okay. All right, layer. Import. Import layer. Art. There we go. All right, we got our fun layer there, so we got our little reference photo. Doomslayer. And then we will get that, add that, make that a new layer, so we'll get both our reference photos in. So, you know, you can also see. This is for your viewing pleasure and also for convenience of me. Convenience for all. All right, import layer. Boop. Can I? No, I gotta keep you on the page. That sucks. So this is the suit we're going for. This is the Pokemon, and we gotta mash these two together. That's the goal. All right, now I can see Baneri Doom, yes. Much better than any thirst trap that exists, honestly. And then we'll work at a smaller size, so we'll just kind of... This is part of the process, you know, because I'm doing something new. I've never done this before. So this is, we're working with new territory here. Okay, so we'll go back to our sketch layer. We downsize that. We go back to the pencil. We go back to the pad. Okay. Fade back down. So we don't really have to, like, finish Baneri, but we just got to get Baneri's, like, skeletal structure semi-correct to get this done properly. So what I'm thinking is Put that there like that. So we got Veneery's front of... She's got like an oval head. So honestly, wait, hold up a second. I'm gonna cheat. We're cheating here, all right? Because her head is like such a perfect oval that I'm like, I can just kind of eyeball that. To make it just that. There we go. We got our head. Kind of sort of accurate. Wait, hold up. Could I like cheat even harder? Let me put that down farther. Get the sketch layer. We can stretch that. Oh yeah, we're cheating hard. Get that. Okay, so we go back to here. Let's go on eraser. I really just need the base shape, honestly. And then we go from there. The starting a drawing is always the worst. Like, genuinely, it's the part that, like, makes me want to scream. Okay, we take this, and then we size it up. Like, we absolutely size it up. I like how this is turning out smaller than I would like, but you know what? That's okay. Because it's our sketch layer, and we don't really care too much. We just gotta get the lines correct, so... It's nice, because Pokemon just have such easy shapes for people to draw. But you really gotta give it to Nintendo for making their line work super easy to follow. For Pokemon, but look at Veneer. It's like circle, cloud, cylinder, circle, 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 circle. Don't forget the mark of the beast on the helmet above the visor that strikes fear in of itself. Where is it? I'm gonna have to look up a reference photo of that too. We're gonna have to... What's the words I'm looking for? Add that mark somewhere else. Mm. We make circle there, circle there. Get there. We drag that down a little bit. There we go. Circle there, circle there. We're gonna get some nice motion now, because now that I actually have like a base shape to work off of, I know the size of everything else. Which is the part I really struggle with the most, like, proportion-wise. And I think everyone else just, this is the hardest part of any drawing, is just proportions. Getting them within the ballpark. Hmm. Hmm. Alright, I think that's the right shape. Yo, I'm scared. My washing machine's gonna blow. Bro, why is your washing machine gonna blow up? That's kind of sus. Did you put like a bunch of quarters in it? I don't know why I thought a bunch of quarters would make your machine blow up. Okay, first things first. So we're gonna get her eyes. We don't really have to mess with the mouth, honestly. We just gotta get the eyes somewhat correct, and then we kind of have to just like stretch the visor or the helmet over a lot of it. So let's see. He's got this weird shaped helmet with the vents at the top. Sounds like it's gonna just go the speed of light. Oh, you probably have like a heavy load in it. That's probably what it is. Yo, this is looking kind of weird already for the sketch layer. Like I said, I don't have any promises of this being like the best thing you've ever seen. It's gonna be a thing. It's gonna kind of look like the thing, but it's not gonna be perfect in any way, shape, or form. Like at all. So we're gonna change up the shape of Baniri's head, and we're just gonna like make it more boxy at the bottom. Because that's what Doomslayer's helmet is like. Alright, so if Baniri's arm is coming out like that, it's only about, let's say, that long. Alright, it's coming together a little bit. Veneri don't really got thumbs, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. We're gonna have to abridge a lot of the gloves and gauntlet in like body bits. Make the arm a little bit. No, we don't gotta make the arm any bigger actually, because this comes back farther on the head. Because if the mouth is like right about here-ish, the arm or the elbow should be coming out like that, and the body should be coming back like that. You keep coming back up. Erase the arm. Redo the arm. Okay. Body should be like over here-ish. But then like the little poofs, like the fur comes up like that, so like the helmet's the easy part. Like the helmet, I'm like, yo, the helmet I can do. Like shapes very similar. Hmm. This needs to go farther back on the head. Oh, okay. Hmm. Okay, so I'm happy with the visor, how that's turning out a little bit. But this other side is not inspiring me too much. This needs to come farther down too. This line's messed up, so that needs to definitely come up. Hmm. Hold up. That. Okay, so I messed up the visor shape already. Like, the visor shape was wrong. So, this doesn't make a line that goes forward. It makes a line that goes up immediately. And then it wraps around. I thought it was like the top, but it's not like the top at all. And so because to do that, this line's going to go up immediately. So this line on this side's going up immediately. Ugh. And then this line's going to be higher. Like, much higher. Because look how high it is up on Doomslayer's forehead. So that line would be not down, but up here. That should make... the side of the helmet right there. So that's where the glass comes. And then we... go like that. Come on. We're not gonna put like all the little air vents. We're just gonna put like a little bit there. Okay. We got the little vents on top there. So we got the ventilation. So I was about to ask what time it is for you, but then I realized I can just see the time through the bottom. Yeah, that's crazy now, isn't it? I thought about full screening this, but I'm like, nah, I might as well just have all the fun stuff down there. I'm like, I don't think like having my taskbar down there is gonna like out me in any way, shape, or form. Yo, you know what's crazy? I clicked on a stream this morning because I'm like, I wonder how Luigi Mansion doing on like streams on Twitch today. And I clicked on one stream and my antivirus went nuts. And I'm like, yo, I gotta report this account because I'm like, yo, this account tried to have like 20 pop-ups pop up on me on Twitch, and I'm like, that's crazy that was even a situation that happened, and I just like reported it. Hmm. Do I? No, I'm gonna round that out. Think about like adding little teeth, you know, just like, you know, like the new shield, you know, around that ear. Or we'll put some really poorly drawn teeth around the ear for the moment. I said I wasn't gonna do the shield, but I'm like, yo, I didn't realize Lapunny had a saw blade shaped ear. Boop, boop, boop. Wait, all right. Get that floof coming out. Get that going up and around. There we go. All right, we'll just add the little floof shadow for the moment. And I may change this, but I just really need it for figuring out where the feet go. We got one foot at a weird angle, but I feel like I like that angle, so we're gonna keep that. And we will. I'm struggling with basic shapes. That's how you know I'm so absolutely fried on art. Like this should have been done by now. Like genuinely, I'm honestly embarrassed. This took me so long to just make a Lapunny. All right, so let's put our fun little bits in. So we can either just do like straight, just like Lapunny body, and then just make the Doom Slayer top like go crazy. But I'm like, I don't feel like that's accurate. Like we gotta go hard for the top. So we'll mess with the body proportions real quick. I should say mess with the body proportions, but Pony doesn't have as much. What's the word I'm looking for? Girth as the Doomslayer. Like the body just smaller, like just straight up. So we're going to get his chest plate in there, and then we're not going to be able to get the abs in because that's going to be all underneath the floof. So he's got like these little grits on his boots, and I'm like, we're just gonna make that like the toe bits for Lipunny, and then probably just put some studs on. So we're probably just going to just do that. Hmm. We're gonna add some fun little trapezoid points. Send those up, send that down. Mm, we don't really have to worry about the heel because we can't really see the heel of Lipunny because it kind of just goes behind the floof. And I think we're just gonna make it just super intimidating as we can. The toe bits. I want to try and like give the toe bits more depth. I'm just failing at it because it's the sketch layer. And I'm just trying to get the info down, you know. We can like just crank that up a bit. Send this down. That should do it. I think I'm gonna not have a trapezoid bit, but I'm gonna have it more like pointed. Yeah, I like that more. Wait, I need my Lopunny image. Alright. That's wrong. Those lines are wrong. Those lines are wrong. I hope you can start seeing the vision now. All right, now the hard part. It's like the arms. There's so little room to work with. Like the head and the feet, they're the easy parts. And I don't know. We'll just make this like a different shade down here. We'll make this like a nice orange versus the nice tan that it is. And that'll really make the floof look cool, I think. I don't think I'm adding the arm blade. There's just not enough Pokemon to work with here. Unless I just start, like, ripping limbs out. Alright, so wherever the elbow bits are, which is like... point arms out like that. The elbow bit would be, like, behind, so... that be it? No, that wouldn't. That's backwards. And then once we get our lines all sorted, and it's like, yup, this is the way we want to have this done, we can go to the next layer, and then we can just, like, absolutely just streamline the process. And then we're just, like, tracing and coloring after that. I just gotta darken up the lines that we want. Hmm. I gotta look up the shield real quick. Hmm. Hmm. I'm glad I looked up the shield, because I was just gonna do my own little flare, and I'm like, I'm glad I didn't do my own little flare, because that would have been wrong. But the shield has this nice ring around it. And because it's a Pokemon, it's simplified, so we're gonna simplify the shield a little bit. And just add little bits down here. Make that circle go up around here. Go around the R. Hmm. Never finished up this bit though, unfortunately. So we're gonna R. Go the R. All I heard on my phone was like spaghetti night, Tide Pods, eat them. No, they didn't say that, but it was one of those things where I'm like, yo, how come they talking about spaghetti night and then they just bring up the fact that there's good delicious Tide Pods you can use in your dishwasher and not put on your spaghetti. What a marketing power move it would be though. It'd be like, yo, spaghetti night, have a Tide Pod. Who needs spaghetti when there's dish soap you could, or not dish soap, but detergent you could be eating? Line, 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 line. I think I'm not going to be able to fit, like, the chess piece, because look at Lopunny, there's, like, no room. There's, like, just enough room to, like, get, like, a bit of green there. Like, we're just doing colors, I think. And I'm just gonna have to make, like, segments. It's gonna be like bug, like, it's gonna be like a carapace more, like, than anything else. This is unhinged, like, honestly. And I'm all about it. What's on the paint layer? The paint layer is our Pokemon. We'll size that up and we'll get to actually the legitimizing the doodle now. Uh Wait, let me get that line correct. Why does my phone be like, man, you've been listening to music for like 5 full minutes. Are you still there? It's like, yes, I'm still here. Quit unplugging yourself. It's freaking cringe. Also, I just realized I haven't been able to see the YouTube chat because I've been like super locked in and it hasn't been there. Yeah, nothing happened. Nothing's there. Nothing's new. Part of me's like, why do we even bother like tabbing back into the YouTube if there was going to be nothing there, which is fine, but at the same time it's like, bro, why did we even sweat? Like there's never anything there. Obviously, I would have felt bad if someone typed something, but at the same time it's like, yo, I don't gotta feel bad. There's nothing. We are alone. But we're definitely gonna change all of Lapunny's little fluff fur to a more rusted color. You know what's crazy? You know how people always complain, it's like, oh man, Game Freak Nintendo haven't been able to give us like any new like evolutions. It's like, honestly, the only reason they don't make any new evolutions is because they're weird and they don't want any design they make to look like anything the fans make. So because everyone loves Eevee so much and there's like a cajillion billion fan art drawings of Eevee, there's never going to be any new evolutions because all the people out there making fan art took all the good ideas and Nintendo's going to be like, yeah, we can't do that because somebody else already did it on the internet. Only original ideas. That line instead. Better line right there. Man, what did you do today, honey? I drew frickin' Lapunny ready to kill all of hell. You mean Lapunny? And I'm like, no. The little one. Trying to like space these out correctly, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't think there's a good way to space these out. And this is gonna look like crap, but we kind of going for speed a little bit now. It's one of those things where I'm like, to me, this is more of a fun exercise than like a super duper serious like art piece. You know? Is it something I'm gonna do and then I'm just gonna keep it buried forever? Go up, I'm gonna go down. Hmm. Let's just chill. We're just tracing now, and I like this is my favorite part of any art piece, where it's like, yo, we did all the heavy like thinking, and now we're just kind of tracing. We're just coloring. We're just having a good time. We're on the vibe session now. You know, this is the downhill. Until we get to the body, and then we gotta figure that out more in depth. But until then, we on the downhill still. I guess we're still sketch layer. Yeah, okay, okay. I see. Boop, boop, boop. Hmm. Yeah, I'm more about that. All right. Oh. Big stretch. Big stretch. Hmm. Frick. Okay. Hmm. I like how I did the feet. Honestly, the feet, I think might be my favorite part. And not in like a weird way. I mean, like, I just like the shape. I like the little bits of metal right there. It just looks good to me. It's aesthetically pleasing. All right, we're almost done. Hold up. Hmm. There we go. Now I think we can undo the sketch layer. Yeah, like I said, this isn't going to be like the most impressive thing in the world, but it's ours. Hmm. That should do it just about. So we can kind of cheat. So we can kind of be like, well, we can just take like the green or the orange. So I like this very rusted color. We're gonna take that. We're gonna size it up. We're gonna apply it to down here. Hmm. Obviously, the Pokemon's like fur color and the feet color are the same, but I'm gonna have to make different colors because Doomslayer has a different color palette. Whoops. Hold up. Let me just get like the majority of it colored in. Okay, that's colored in. You need to get colored in now. How long did this take? Honestly, I feel like I did this quick, but I feel like in like real time watching me do it, it wasn't that quick. So I had to like do like a bunch of trial and error. All right, so he's got like a. I can probably just cheat this again, right? I'm gonna take that. Hmm. Do I like that there? No, I don't like that. I want that lighter. Get this more pastel color. There we go. Obviously, we're going to add depth to the visor later on, but we're just getting solid color down real quick. Looks like a yellow. Need a more green. He's got so many colors in his helmet. It's thrown me off a bit. It's a sketch layer. Hmm. Hmm. I need a more metallic color. Metallic. There we go. Metallic. With the metallic. Darken that up.
Lizard, lizard.
Oh, someone found the lizard button.
Lizard.
I was wondering when that one's gonna get discovered. Oh, the lizard button. That's my new favorite button that I've added, honestly. Lizard.
Lizard.
I also made it one of my soundboard buttons. Lizard. I don't know what that's from, but like, it's so good. It's so good. Go back down to color. There we go. Gosh. How are you doing today, Unkind Poison? I woke up, had existential crisis, and now I'm doodling Doomslayer Lapunny. I'm gonna be honest, I did not see my day going like this. The way I envisioned my day was a 20-hour depression nap, and then that was gonna be it. People there do the. I'm gonna be honest. I like this, but also hate this at the same time. I have such mixed feelings on how this is turning out. Because part of me is like, you know what? Just keep going. It's gonna look good. It's gonna look good. If we just keep going, everything's gonna look be fine. And another part of me is like, nuh-uh, this ain't cooking. This ain't cheap. And it's like, no, no, no. We gotta keep going. We gotta keep going. It'll look better. It'll look better. I swear. Yo, I had to sacrifice 6 hours of gameplay to fix a quest line yesterday. That sounds accurate. Honestly, like when you mess up a quest line, it's like, dang it, I gotta restart. I goofed. I goofed hard. I need to save like my favorite NPC. Sometimes you gotta reset to save your favorite NPC. Honest to God. I think I'm gonna just get lazy with the arms. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I think I'm just gonna like gray out the arms, and I'm just gonna. Is that enough? No, that's too much. Wait a second. Pokemon. Yes. Go to that layer. Size that down. Go back to black. Oh, okay. And again, bit of that right there. That should do it. That should do it. That's looking better now. I'm happier with that design than what I had before, but still. Back to the color layer. I make that lighter. I could make that lighter. Closer to Lapuni's color too if I make that lighter. Too big. There. Go up here. Fix this. There we go. Okay. Break that down. Oh. Frick, 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 frick. You know, there's a part of me while I'm working on this being like, yo, is this even worth working on? I'm like, I don't even know anymore. I keep on having these thoughts of being like, yo, we should give up, to like, no, 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 it's going good. It's going good. We're getting there. We're almost done. If you don't like it, we can just stop working on it after. It's like, yeah, but it's like, I don't like this now. Let's kill it. And it's like, no, we can't kill it now. And it's like, why not? Like, we just can't kill it now. Yes, it's worth it. Okay, I needed that. I'm having one of those motivational days where I'm like, yo, I just need to like just keep hyping myself up. I'm sure if you ever have those days where it's like, yo, you just gotta be your own hype man for the entire day until the end of the day. Oh shoot. No. No, 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 no. No. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fit the mark of sacrifice, unfortunately, somewhere in this design. That color in the bottom. Gonna just get like a fun little color palette in case I mess up along the way. Cooler that in. Write that down. We can take that opacity down. Take opacity down even farther. Come on, come on. Opacity back up. Cooler, 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 cooler. Grab that. get the little finger bits. Color dems. Cooler, 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 cooler. I got an idea. What if I... Yes, right there. That's what I want. I want to take that one, though, and I'm gonna... feel like that's the color I want, and I want this color to be even darker, so I'm gonna take that, and I'm gonna... There we go. Make that as dark as it can be. I gotta try and keep the color scheme of the Pokemon a little bit, and then take in the Doom, too. There's this weird balance I'm trying to do. And I've never done it before, but it's kind of fun, you know? It's kind of like Pokemon Fusion, if you ever seen that game. That's what it feels like right now. Whoops. Take that. Make it darker. Take that. Move it up. That way. Gonna just use the nice lightning tool. I think this is the one I want to get the shadows right on the visor glasses. I know I just said visor glasses. No, I need that to be a little bit bigger. Whoops. Colored this in now. We're gonna change this color up, don't worry. We just need this color to go around, like so. I'm gonna put this color on the inside of the saw wheel. Frick, the frickin' art fart envy, the reverb fart made me jump. Frick, I can't believe I got spooked by fart.
Woo! Yeah, baby! That's what I've been waiting for. That's what it's all about.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
That one's still my
lizard,
favorite one that
lizard,
I've added
lizard,
today.
lizard.
Ooh, that looks kind of weird when I take that line away. Let me take that away. Not take that away. Let's go here. There. Go back to that. All right, there we go. I like that Unkind Poison's the only one that hits the buttons, so he just knows when there's new ones and there's not new ones. It took me so long to actually finally update them, because I'm like, yo, I now know what I want. And I was on a mission this morning to find the new buttons. Hmm. I started coloring in by accident on the wrong layer. That's on me. That's a my B moment right there. Come on. Put that in. Get that bit. Whoops. Wrong button. Wrong button.
Hot wizards in your area. I don't want love. I just want sex. See my orb.
Hmm. We go back to this tool. Just gonna add these wonderful saw blades to this side. Am I making a difference? Not really. At least this is giving me practice on trying out some fun new techniques. Ew. Adding green to that was not the right idea. Like a little bit more of a green tint to that. That's looking a little bit better. I just need like blend better. Right. Ooh, what the frick? No, I want that color. I'm gonna get lazy with the saw blades. I'm not gonna go through every tooth and be like, yep, this is the color I want for each one and like add variance and shine. I think I'm just gonna go with a flat matte color for each of them. And then just be like, yep, that's our saw blade right there. Maybe I might come back in the future and darken some up or something, or I might come back on a lazy day and be like, yep, here's our Lapunny. Doom Slayer Edition. Still gotta play a Doom game. Never played a Doom game. Doom, 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 doom. There was this old clip of Jeff Kaplan, the old dev of Overwatch, and Doomfist was one of those characters that was teased for like 4 years. And like during every interview, he'd be like, yeah, Doomfist, 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 Doomfist. And it was just like a never-ending onslaught of just like Doomfist, 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 and it just sounded like Doomfist. Gotta get the king's ransom of the color, y'all. I know this green's too saturated for the shield, but you know what? I like this shade. Sometimes when you're going and you're drawing and you're like, you know what? You know this isn't accurate, but it just looks nice. You find it pleasing to you, and sometimes you gotta do it for you. And this green's doing it for me. I like this like olive. Is this? Yeah, this is a different shade than the original brown. I'm just gonna cheat. There we go. I feel like a little pink makes everything else pop because it's such a light color and everything else is just like very like dull and dingy and like a little bit unsaturated. Wow, this looks so jacked. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This looks so jacked up.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
Lizard indeed, bro. Lizard indeed. You don't understand the joys that button gives me. People are gonna get on later and they're like, no one, why'd you make a lizard button? Why? Why was that a thing you were like, you needed? You didn't need that. No one needed that. And I'm like, no, exactly. No one needed it. I needed it desperately. All right. I think that's it. I think we've come to our natural conclusion of our Doomslayer Lapunny, which I think might be a little diabolical. I mean, like, it's not perfect. It's not the best, but it's a fun little sketch. I gotta go. Have a good stream, no one. Thank you, Godzilla. I hope it was worth watching Doomslayer Lapunny. Look how small this is. Like, this is, like, so teeny tiny. Hold up. Let me crop. We're just gonna make it I just wanted to fill the page, you know? What are we at? We're at like almost 3 hours. That's crazy. That's crazy. We've been here for so long. I've been so locked into making a rabbit look like Doomslayer. I kind of did it and kind of didn't do it. But you know what? We tried our best, and that's okay. And it's just gonna look wacky up there. It looks better from a distance, honestly. Like from here, it's like, dang, that's looking good. Hmm. How do I want to do this? I mean, like, is it just me, myself, and I again? It do appear to be so. It do appear to be me, myself, and I, and yous and me's, and I's and yous. So I do believe that will be it for now. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna get off. Just lay down, do some other stuff. We're gonna be back probably later. Maybe. I don't know. Honestly, no, we're gonna keep going. I think I just need a quick break. All right, so we will be back. I will BRBs. I need like bathroom and food. I will be right back. I was muted, but I'm back. I was only muted for like a minute. Hmm. Hmm. I found chips. I like chip. You like chip? I like chip. I like chip. You like chip. We all get together. We all like chip. Chip, 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 chip. All right. I need liquids. Liquids right now. Mm. You know when you open up your phone and you just see stuff and you're like, no, I'm not about that. Get rid of that. I want my pencil. I want my. Ooh, that was a weird burp. That was a weird burp. I don't like that burp. I was not approving of that burp. I was not about it. It gave me bad vibes. Bad burp vibes. We'll get rid of the others. And then all that was left was me. Me in the inky void. The abyss. It speaks to me. Get rid of that line. I want that line gone. Be gone from my sight. Am I losing my mind? Maybe. But I don't care. Hmm. You know, I have the same short playing in my ear over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. You know, like this.
Lizard, lizard, lizard.
Lizard, lizard, lizard. You know, that I just need lizard for 10 hours. Lizard. No, I'm just looking up lizards. You don't understand. I love this lizard so much. Gosh. God. How many times do you think I can like a lizard video until my entire For You page on TikTok is just consumed by lizard? Like how many? I mean, like I did it with raccoons, so I could probably do it with a lizard, right? Hmm. 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 All right. Erase. No, bigger. There we go. All right. We're back down to the nice fine tooth now. Hmm. Hmm. What if I do that? That looks kind of cool, right? Maybe, maybe not. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I'm not feeling too good about that. Let's get rid of that one. Oh, I can't seem to get this junk right. Hmm. 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 Uh, hmm. How do I feel about these arms? They not the worst arms. They ain't the best arms either. Hmm. Hmm. What do you want to do? I want to add a little button right there. I do believe I do wish to vomit at this very moment in time. There's nothing more I would like to do than to vomit. Truly. Hmm. Hmm. If my hand's looking out, my thumb should be coming in like that. Not like that. That's a bad hand. Boop. Eviscerate. Hmm. Hmm. I want to see something. What if I just start doing big dark shapes, you know? Just start putting like shapes all around. Get like a few of these shapes wrapping around. And then we get hmm. 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 trying to like get a good vibe of like how I want to do this. Hmm. I like the arm doodads, the spiral-ish bits. I'm liking, but like one of the other bits, I'm not so surebs. You know. Hmm. Hmm. I do like this fellow. This fellow is giving me good vibes. All right, this is a nice little like shot up of shadow. Would you want a lot of shadows with this one? You know, lots of shadows. Hmm. I'm thinking we make another layer and we just call it shadow. And then we put BG for background. Shadow BG. You know, I do believe I am getting extremely ill. So, this is it for now. Unfortunately, which I hate to call it here because I do be getting ill. So if you enjoyed, please like, subscribe. We got Discord in the description to let you know when stream starts, when stream finish, and, you know, when I get super sick like this. So I will call it here because I don't think you want to sit around for like an hour while I purge my system. You know, gross stuff. But anyways, I just want to say thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. You know, Discord really is the best way to keep up with what's going on, and liking and following really helps out a lot. I'm really trying to get to 1,000 before the end of the year, which is like not like a huge goal, like, but I would like to get close, you know, ballpark maybe like make it to 800. 800 would be cool. But anyways, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Goodbye, and have a good rest of your day.